Hello everyone. I finished up the dresser that I painted and decorated, so it's time to make space for it in here. I have a very small room, and this is kind of the only setup that really works. With my bed here, and then TV is against this wall, closet is over here. Um, I kind of have two options to put my dresser, one of which is over here. This is the first option, and this is what I originally was planning on the spot I was going to put it. Um, I'm sitting on a wooden trunk that I can't really access that well since I have art sitting on it and this lamp, and I kind of use it as a bedside table. I do have one on this side that I can use, so it's not necessarily an issue if the dresser's here and it's a little tall. I can find a spot for this lamp, whether it be here. I can extend it and make it taller, so I just shorten it to fit on this trunk here. But this is the first option. Um, the problem with it is that I wouldn't be able to open this closet door. I can open the other one, but it would be more of an issue to open this guy here. Which, if I put clothes that I don't typically wear on this side, then I think it'll be okay. My main reason for getting the dresser was to actually get rid of the little 4-drawer cloth system that I have in here that I got my freshman year of college. And I hate it. It's kind of the worst. It doesn't actually fit, it doesn't look nice. And I have like my socks and underwear and bras in there, and it's just too much for the drawers. And I just kind of want to get rid of it or put it in the garage and use it as like gear storage, I think is what I'm going to do. But this is the first option. I have my Greta Van Fleet art here. And then a painting that I did that I put in a frame that I got in my grandpa's basement. And I think I'm gonna leave like this art and this side of the room the way it is. I think this is a good setup. If anything, I might scooch the bed just a tad that way towards the window, and um, just reconfigure this guy. But this is option one. Option two is to put it right where this stand, jewelry dresser is. Um, I can move this TV stand a little bit that way. I have my guitar and banjo in the corner. I could move those into a closet in the hallway, potentially, and then that would give me enough space to put it right here. The downside of putting it here is that it would stick out quite a bit, and I would potentially bump it and scratch it, and I really don't want that. Um, but then it would leave more room over here to put my mirror back over here, and that'd be kind of nice because my mirror is currently in this corner, and so it's actually kind of hard to get the full body view, because the lighting is so weird and it just doesn't work. I don't really like it all that much. And I can move this over there or potentially back here in this corner if I move the mirror. And I think that's really my only two good options because I don't want to put it into my closet because it's beautiful. I don't want to be stuck in there, you know? Yeah. The other issue with putting it over here is this would no longer be centered. So I would have to move that potentially because it would probably bother me if it's not centered unless I could put something on the side to then make it offset and more intentional and not like I just didn't know how to hang it. Uh so that is another big contender. There's also some other things that I'm going to do to make over this room. Like I need to probably put this guy away because it's very much a winter scene and it's no longer winter, it is springtime and I'm ready to move on from that. I also need to put a bed skirt on my bed because I'm sick of looking at the stuff that's underneath it. Every time I come in, I just see the stuff that's under my bed and it bugs the heck out of me. So, I'm gonna fix that. And I also need to fix my curtain rod. That thing is barely hanging on the wall. So that needs to change. This is the fabric drawer system that I've had since my freshman year of college, which was about 10 years ago. Um, I have never liked it. It didn't really work that well. The fabric drawers kind of just get stuck and things don't stay organized, and I just needed bigger space. And I just kind of shove everything in my closet because it is such a small room that when I'm feeling overwhelmed, I just kind of throw everything in there. And this basket of hats has been so unorganized. I have my winter hats that I can now put away, and then my winter clothes that I can put away as well. And so that cleared out a lot of space in here. And just organizing it makes me feel so much better. I mean, just look at that. That looks so much better. And this is the trunk that I really like, and it is excellent storage. But since I have all this stuff styled on top of it, I can't really open it very easily. I have to take all these things off, and so moving this into the closet so that I can actually open it up consistently and have it as useful storage is going to be so nice. This was also crazy dusty. It was really gross. um yeah, that was crazy. I kind of forget that it can get so dusty so quickly and definitely need to keep up on that more. So this is your sign to dust if you haven't in the last couple weeks. And these baseboards were just even worse because I haven't moved that thing in months probably. This vacuum is also pretty subpar. It was an old coworker's vacuum that they were getting rid of when they were moving, and it works not well, but it does something at least. So if you have a vacuum that you really like that isn't terribly expensive, please let me know. I really want to get one of those cordless ones. I've heard that the Dyson ones aren't actually that great. The battery kind of dies quickly, um, and especially over time, really doesn't last that long. And so if you have one that you like, I would love to hear it. Moving this thing was kind of tricky. It actually slid decently well, but because my room is carpeted, it really doesn't want to move, and I don't have those little slidey things underneath the feet there. And yeah, trying to fit in there, and then I have a bunch of things shoved behind my door, and it was a process. But I am super happy with how it turned out, and if you haven't seen that video, I'll link it. It was my previous video of me making the dresser and designing, painting, all that on there, and I'm super proud of how that came out. And so I don't want to scratch it. I was so nervous that I was going to accidentally bump it on something and just take a chunk out of it. But I didn't. Everything was fine. And it fit exactly where I needed it to go to, at least originally how I had it planned. It isn't terribly heavy. It was just kind of an awkward size, and I didn't want to grab it by the top because I didn't want to accidentally tear the top off of it, because it is an IKEA dresser, so it's not the sturdiest of dressers, but it's still nice and functions really well. I'm pretty happy with it, and it wasn't terribly expensive. Amazing. Hey, this is the only spot that I can currently sit in my room because everything is on my bed. I decided that I'm not gonna go through my closet or the other fabric dresser quite yet and like downsize, declutter, get rid of things. Um, that's just too many decisions, and my room is already a mess. That's gonna have to be a later day thing. I have other plans for today, so I need to be able to get most of this done before then and not leave my room a disaster because I will go crazy. I did end up moving my dresser from over here to by the door to option number 2, I think it was. Um, I moved everything down, my TV stand down a little bit. I moved my guitar and banjo. Don't know where I'm going to put those quite yet. Potentially in the closet, in the hallway. I don't know. Um, but I have my hamper. This guy fits in here. I also need to put my hats in here. I need to go through this trunk that I'm sitting on at some point and put my winter clothes away. That's also going to be another day. We're setting attainable goals here for today, and I want to accomplish them. So I think I'm probably just going to set that basket where I'm sitting, honestly. And then there's a little bit of room on either side that I can put more things, more storage. And then we'll see. I moved my mirror from behind the door to over here where the dresser was. And then I moved the little jewelry case to where the mirror was. It was a lot of scooting around, and I didn't film any of it because I'm tired and I want to get this done I was also on the phone with my mom, and I didn't want to worry about filming. So, super excited about all that. I'll show you where we're at currently. So, this is where I was thinking of putting the dresser. It's now my mirror. My mirror was originally here when I moved into this room, and I moved it behind the closet so I could fit my trunk in here. Because I didn't originally have that when I moved, or it was somewhere else. I think it was in the garage, actually. Um, I'm gonna have to redo all of the art, which is okay because I want to move some of it out into the living room and redo that space also. So that is perfectly fine with me. There's just a lot of stuff everywhere. This is what the dresser's looking like. I feel like there's enough clearance when you come through the door that you're not gonna hit it and it's gonna be fine. And then the other concern was that this is not centered, but if I put something tall and then maybe something else like right here, I think it will be okay that it's asymmetric and it's almost like a mini gallery wall. So I think that could be really cool. And I think I'm gonna have to redo all the art that's on that wall, which is a-okay. I did also put my extender on my lamp over there to make it tall and like a normal size lamp. We'll see if I keep that or not. I don't know. This is where my mirror was. I put this in the corner. I did face it originally this way, but then I couldn't use these hooks at all. And I need to use at least one for my towel or my bag. I might put that there and then put my towel on there. I need to at least be able to use one of these hooks, preferably. And then I can just see it a lot better and have better light. I need to replace the flowers. These guys are dead. But put this fake plant and then a little trinket box from my grandma that my grandma had. And then I think that'll be good. I'll obviously like redecorate and show you all of that, but this is just the initial feel out for the furniture, see if I like it, and then put holes in the wall. Beep, 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 beep. This is what this corner is looking like, and I'm actually really happy with how it's turning out. The TV is now centered with my bed. It was originally further down the line when we saw that, and then this is actually fitting super well with this, everything that's going on here, which is even better. I didn't even have to move anything over here. And I think it looks really cool. I think this is how I want the layout, because then the struggle with putting the dresser over by the mirror is that I would only see about one half of it while I'm sitting in bed. And I wanted to be able to like enjoy it and see the cool design. And so I'll see that literally every time I walk into my room. Because the other side was blocked by like my closet doors and everything. So I can see the design a lot better. I think it looks really cool. And the dresser drawer can open up all the way. I don't know. I think this will be good. I do kind of want to get some sort of attachment or mini side table, maybe like a small shelf or something to put on this side of my bed so that I can put my phone there, or like a drink or something, so I don't have to put it on the far side of the bed. I think that's like the only downside, I would say. Is that I kind of want like a little tiny side table.
myself go down for a moment, chasing you, my only kind of weakness. It's dangerous on the fast lane. What's to let go by like a freight train? Spinning right on your other side. Watch the skeletons cutting on to the brain. Turn back on your lost tracks. See it flash before your eyes. Let it pass like
Alright, it is time to put the bed skirt on. This is what I have. It has a scallop kind of hem. Man, yeah, this is not this is not made very well. But it's gonna work. It's gonna do what it needs to do, which is totally fine. I think the best way to do it would be to flip my mattress up or like on its side. I don't really have room to do that per se, especially by myself. So I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna figure it out. So I think this has the tag on it, so this is gonna go down there. Well, like how heavy is this thing? Because if I just flip this up, and then this was the bottom, this is the top. Okay. Just exposing literally everything that's under my bed. Oh! Was this the best way? No. But it's the way that it's going. It would be really helpful if I had someone else helping. Oh, wait. This side doesn't have the ruffle, so oh my gosh. I'm gonna put this at the top. Maybe I should just move something over. Let's actually do it the right way, okay? Because it seems a lot simpler than doing this. So I'm worried it's gonna knock over this mirror that's over there. Okay. Cool. That way. Ow. Oh. Okay. Maybe pull a little bit back. This way. Okay. We're just gonna remake the bed. That adding the skirt was one of the last things that I needed to do. Um, I also need to, one, tidy up because it's kind of a mess. And I think I want to redo what I did back here. I originally had my room like that when I first moved into this room, and I kind of don't want it to be the same as it was. I think I might make a new piece of artwork to go up here. I do really just want something big, and I have some big canvases, but I need to figure out what that is going to be. So I think this is just what it's going to be for the time being. Um, I also really need to repot that plant that is up there. It, I think, is so jam packed in there because it's getting really large, and I've never repotted it since. Well, I haven't repotted it since last summer, and yeah, it probably is really bad in there. So I think I'm gonna put a different plant up there, just for a change, something different. I Like I said before, I'm gonna go through my closet at a different point, and that's gonna be a whole separate video. Probably decluttering my closet. Yeah, I think there's just gonna be a bunch of like little projects like that to do. So far, I'm really liking the placement of the dresser and everything else. I moved my instruments out to my art corner, and we'll see if they stay there or not. For the time being, that's where they are. And there's just, it feels like there's more space and room, and I like that the TV is in line with my bed now. Um, it just feels better, and it feels like there's a little bit more room on the next to my bed because I shifted that over a little bit because I'm not really walking on by the window. Um, I and I was thinking, um, I'm probably just gonna put that little bench that I painted as a test piece as my nightstand. I can put my like face stuff in there that I usually do before bed when I'm really lazy and don't want to do it in the bathroom. And I'll put some coasters down so I don't wreck it because that would be pretty devastating. Yeah, I'll probably show you the finished results now. My room is all finished for now. I'll probably change it and add things and take things away, but I hope you enjoyed watching that process and like it if you like it, subscribe if you want to, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.